Hi there. In this video, I'm going to quickly create a website directory in my documents with all of the files I need for a basic website, so index.html, and then a folder called CSS with a file screen.css within that folder. I'm then going to zip that collection of files and folders up into a zip file, also known as an archive or a compressed file, and then I'm going to upload it to a learning management system. So that'll help people who have difficulty with that particular step, the uploading to the learning management system. So I'm going to open up Windows Explorer. I have a icon on my taskbar. It looks like a little folder, which opens it up. Windows E will also do this. I'm going to go to my documents, and I'm going to choose File, New, Folder. And I'm going to type in websites. And then press Enter to finish renaming. It's still selected blue after I press Enter, so I can press Enter again, and that'll put me within that folder, or I can double click. And then I'm going to create a new folder. So you can also, as well as going File, New Folder, you can also just right click in the white space here and choose New Folder, whatever you like to do. And I'm going to call this one CSS. Now I want to create a text document inside of this. This is for index.html, so I can right click and choose New Text Document and type in index.html. You'll notice that I have my file extensions revealed. I'll show you how to reveal those in a second. And I'll press Enter to finish that off. I get a warning about the file extension. Yes, I do indeed want to change it to index.html. Inversely, I'm going to create a screen.css file inside of CSS. I'm going to double click on that, go in there. We can also choose File, New. You get the same option. Text document, screen.css. And again, I'm removing that .txt. And yes. So those are the files that I need for my website. So this one, if I double click on it, it'll open up in Google Chrome, because HTML on my computer is associated with my default browser, which is Google Chrome. So if I double click on that, you'll see it opens up. That was on my other screen. It opens up in Google Chrome. So if we want to open it within the text editor so we can edit the code, there's a couple of ways we can do that. I'll show you that in a second. So right now, again, when I double click on it, it goes to that location, opens up that file. I have nothing in it yet, so it's blank. But if you want to edit this, the most straightforward way is to open up Notepad and then open it up in Notepad, or if you're using brackets. So I'll show you both. So I'm going to open up Notepad. So I've got a shortcut on my taskbar for Notepad. You can search, if you're using Windows 10 for Notepad, type in NOTPAT, or in Windows 7, it's in, you can click on the All Programs. It's in the Accessories. So I've opened up Notepad, and I can choose File, Open, and then go to my documents and find my websites folder. And presently, I see nothing there. That's because I'm only looking at text documents right now. I have to change this to all in order to see all of my files. And now I'm editing index.html. Let's quickly add a couple of tags here. And file save. I'll do the same thing with the CSS, the screen.css file. So if I double click on CSS here, there's screen.css. So in my computer, since I have brackets installed, CSS has been associated with brackets. So if I double click on that file, it'll open within brackets. So that opened up that file within brackets. Inversely, if you wanted to open that with Notepad, you could do the same thing as I just did before with index.html. So if I open up Notepad, there's Notepad there, I could choose File, Open, CSS. Presently, it looks like there's nothing there until I change that to all files. And there it is there. Now I'm editing screen.css. So that's basically creating the file structure. So I'm going to quickly go back to websites. Now this says websites. This is only one website, so I want to put all of this stuff into my directory for my first website. So I'm going to create a new directory. So let's choose File, New, Folder, aka Directory, and I'll call this Assignment 1. Now I'll just put all of that stuff. So I can click, hold down Shift, and click, and then drag those in. Or I can draw a box around them like that, or click, Control click. Whatever you like to do, and then move those selected files into Assignment 1. And then I'm going to zip up Assignment 1 and submit it to my LMS. So the quickest way to zip this up with Windows is to right click. Notice that I have WinRAR installed, but I don't have to, and I also have 7-zip installed. These are two applications that deal with archive software. But I can just choose Send To and use the Windows archiving utility to take care of it. So I'll use Send To compress zip folder, and I'll call this Assignment 1. It already defaulted to that name because that's the folder I had selected, but you can always override that name if you like. So I'll just call it Assig 1. So there's my archive. So now I'm going to upload it to my LMS. So I'm going to open up my browser. I'm going to go to my LMS. This is Assignment 1. And I will here's my Assignment 1. Or I could just say Assignment 1. And here's my Assignment 1. I choose File. I go to the location that I've saved it in. So Documents, My Documents, Websites. There it is there. I'll select it and submit. And there we go. I'm just going to quickly delete it. I'm going to do this once again with Windows 10. So here's Windows 10. So again, I'll click on my Windows Explorer, File Explorer. It's called File Explorer in Windows 10, Windows Explorer in Windows 7. That opens up my File Explorer. I'll click on Documents. So again, I can right click and choose New, Folder, Websites, right? Or I'm just going to delete that Websites. So I can select that. If you want to see all of your commands, by the way, right now this is a truncated view of menus. If I click on that little drop down there, that'll expand the ribbon so I can see all of my controls. So there's websites. So we actually get quite a bit more functionalities in Windows 10 than we had in Windows 7. So there's websites there. I'm just going to press delete. Inversely, we could have done it the same way. So I choose Home, New Folder, and I'll call this Websites. So again, we can delete that by right-clicking and delete, or Home, New Folder, Websites. Pressing delete on our keyboard. So again, 3 ways to delete. So again, I'll go Home, New Folder, Websites, Enter, and double click to go inside of it. Again, Home, New Folder, CSS, Home. There's a new item, no new file. So if I click on my new item there, it gives me the same list that I had before. Again, this is dependent on what software you have installed. I want a new text document. I'll call this index.html. I'll delete the txt. Say yes. And inside of CSS, I'll double click on that. And again, you can just simply right click and choose new text if you like. So I'll call that screen.css. And yes. So that's how you do the same thing in Windows 10 that we did in Windows 7. So again, this is all in my websites. Again, this is one website. It's not all of my websites. So I'm going to create a new folder for this and move that stuff inside of it. So again, we can choose Home, New Folder, and I'll call this Assignment 1. And then I'll move this stuff in there. So you can, again, move this stuff individually if you like. Or, I'll just move that out. I'll just cut that and paste it. Or you can select both. Click, Control click, click Shift click, or draw that box around those files so they're lit up blue, and then just drag them in. So now I want to zip this up, and then I want to upload it to my assignment. So again, everything is inside of that assignment, right? CSS, index, screen.css. So if I go back to websites and then I right click on assignment and then I choose send to compressed zipped folder, I'll call, again, it's choosing assignment 1 for me, but I can always choose a different name if I like, sig 1, and then I'll upload it to my LMS. Again, that, right? And new message, assignment 1. Here's my assignment. Again, I have to navigate to where it's stored, right? Documents, websites, there it is there, and submit. Now there's a couple of little details in that I'll quickly show you. So with Windows 10, again, I have my file extensions being viewed here. So in order to see those file extensions, again, you can uncollapse this ribbon so you can see the entire thing. Under the View option, we have file name extensions checked. That's why I can see that .zip, I can see that .html, and I can see that screen.css. Now, one detail, some folks say that brackets is deleting all of their work, and I suspect that what's happening is that you're just not able to see the files because you don't have the right file type selected when you look at it via either brackets or Notepad. So I'm just going to quickly open up Notepad and show you what I suspect your issue is. So if I choose File, Open, and I navigate to that location, notice I don't see that index.html. That's because I've only got text documents selected here. I'm going to choose All Files. Now I can see it. Sorry, there it is. Same thing with CSS. But if I say text documents, I will not see that document or the HTML. Again, we have to toggle that to All Files. Now, if I open actually, I don't have brackets on Windows 7 I don't have brackets installed on this particular copy of Windows 10, so I won't be able to show you that, but I believe that's your issue. Now, with Windows 7, I'm just going to quickly delete that. So with Windows 7, again, I have the file extensions viewed. So it's slightly different to turn those on with Windows 7. It's under the Tools menu, Folder Options. And then under the View, we have Hide Extensions for known file types. That's checked by default. I have it unchecked, so I can see that extension. And I choose OK. So that's basically creating folders, files with Windows 7 and Windows 10, and then creating an archive from a folder that contains all of those files and folders that I then uploaded via an LMS. Thanks so much for watching.